tukafungiwa stage Kenya Cultural Center, 3 tukafungiwa stage University of Nairobi where we used to put up plays here. So basically tukapigwa break. We could not put up the play anywhere. But nobody else could even put it up. Nobody else was allowed to put it up. But we continued with the kind of plays, and for us it was always a conscious decision. Ukikuja kwa group ukisema nataka kufanya play, lazima upeane reason kwa nini hiyo play lazima ifanywe. Does it speak to Kenya, to the Kenyan situation? Does it speak to the Kenyan citizen? In play watu wataweza kufuata historia yangu. Does it address their concerns? Yeah. One time tulikuwa na noma sana kwa group because I can't remember, was it Air France walisema watatupatia do tufanye play moja inaitwa Boeing. It's a comedy, a British comedy. You play karibu ivunje group because the question was, why are we doing this play? Why are we doing this play? Let's think a bit broadly. This is a way of doing something. Tutafanya play because it's a comedy. Yes, guys will laugh. It's a profession. Yet kuna wale wanakuja kwa group wanakuja jioni, nimetoka job, mimi ni banka, mimi nafanya job nyingine gava, mimi nafanya noise insurance and so on. So mimi nakam jioni 5 tunapiga rehearsals, kesho morning naingia job, nitakam jioni. Lakini sasa kuna wale kama sisi tumesema mimi nimaliza chuo na sikuenda kuteach, mimi nikasema nataka kuwa artist. Whatever that meant at that time. And so for example, the point in time is that a lot of people, even while the group broke up, a lot of people are still involved in theater in different spaces, whether in theater or film, different kinds of artistic work. So the passion remained, but we just took different directions to continue doing the work that we're doing. So for me, I moved from the free traveling theater and theater workshop and moved to Kisumu to do participatory theater. The one time, and we started, actually theater workshop productions was one of the earliest groups as a theater group. We did participatory theater. We took the play by Francis Ibuga, Aminata, and converted it to a theater piece which toured especially around Nyanza at that time in the early 90s. So I relocated to Kisumu to do participatory theater with an NGO around the issue of HIV and AIDS. And I'm sure now you're asking yourselves, okay, what does that have to do with politics? But as Juki says, everything we do is politics. Who has access to health services? There is no conflict for me in terms of thought and passion, because I'm clear that this is the part of the political work that needs to be done for this country. Because by that time, AIDS is it's declared a national disaster. And young people, prevalence amongst the young people is highest, amongst teenagers and especially amongst girls, which is the situation we are back in now in this country. Yeah. But anyway, so I moved to Kisumu, and that's the work that I do. And especially because we are working with somebody who has been brought by the British Council, who was given the job by the NGO. And because this person had seen the work that we were doing in Nairobi and had come towards some of our places and some of the work that we're doing, he invites us to join him as consultants to do the job in Nyanza. So what was actually supposed to have been a job that we were supposed to do in 6 months, I ended up doing staying in Nyanza for almost 10 years, doing the work. But for me, the reason for joining the work is because nobody is teaching participatory theater anywhere in any classroom. The only way I'm going to learn participatory theater is by doing it and experimenting with it, which is what I'm doing in that 10 years. And also learning how do you administer a project, a theater project, seeing it from its birth of a concept to putting it out in the community and talking to the community. The one thing that I learned at that particular point in time is the work that we had done going out as the free traveling theater, and somebody actually insulted us at a point in time, and I will not use the term here, but basically what they were telling us is, you cannot talk about Augusto Boal's work, you cannot talk about Paulo Freire and the work that you're doing, and yet mnakaa Nairobi mnaandika script, alafu mnaenda kufanya play, Oshago, some place, alafu mnarudi mnasema mmefanya theater of the press, ama mmefanya forum theater. How have you changed people's life? What transformation have you brought about? Yeah? And so, for me, those are the things then that I'm experimenting with when I go to work in Nyanza. And actually, I wasn't only working in Nyanza, I'm working in Nyanza and Western provinces. We are working with all the secondary schools in Nyanza and all the secondary schools in Western,